Hello, my name is Daniel Stillwell. I'm the editor of the IFTA e-newsletter. We are here in Aberdeen, Scotland at the IFTA Congress 2025, and we have with us Chandra Potnuru.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here. You are about to give a presentation on something I think is very interesting, so I wanted to have you here to tell our audience a little bit about yourself and the work that you're doing.
Okay. Today I'm presenting about the mental health professionals' therapeutic experiences of integrating spirituality and psychotherapy. And I'm a Catholic priest, and I'm also a licensed marriage and family therapist. So I'm trying to integrate both spirituality and psychotherapy and give a integrated holistic care. Holistic care is WHOLISTIC, not HOLISTIC.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because we are trying to understand the whole of a person.
Yes, it's completeness.
Right.
Yeah.
So as you are working, doing research, presenting, reading about all this, what is spiritually integrated psychotherapy from your perspective?
Every human person has different multiple facets. So that could be emotional, spiritual, psychological, physical, mental, all these spheres of it. So I'm trying to see a human person in totality, and for that the spirituality becomes a strong foundation. So that is what I'm trying to do in my therapeutic work.
I have had a lot of conversations about psychotherapists, systemic psychotherapists, misunderstand the difference of religious psychotherapy and spiritually integrated psychotherapy. How do you differentiate religious from spiritual?
In fact, we should really try to define what is spirituality. Because most of the times when we speak about spirituality, people try to just focus only on particular religion, particular denomination, or a particular area. But every person can be spiritual, and that does not need to be affiliated to one particular religion at all. Because I have seen people talking about higher power is spirituality, and people that they say we don't know but we believe in God, but we don't know which God He is a spirituality. And I truly believe in one of the great sayings of Saint Francis de Sales. He says, "I am nothing if not human, and when I am human, when I am then I am divine." So that is how it needs. Spirituality needs to be defined. When you define the spirituality, then it is applicable for every human person. So 100 people can define in 100 ways. None of those definitions are wrong. Every person according to their state of life, they define spirituality.
When you work with a client, do you try to help them articulate their own definition?
Their own, yeah.
Okay.
I like to respect. I like to give the autonomy to my client. I like to help my client to explore their own spirituality and according to their state of life.
I have found that part of working with someone's spirituality is often starting with deconstructing the religion or the messages or the paradigms that people were given. Do you find that you spend more time deconstructing previous things or building up things moving forward?
I actually try to construct the people from where they are, and then try to see from their perspective, their understanding, and their faith background, their explanation, and then try to see the insights that I can give into moving forward. That's how I try to integrate spirituality.
Do people call upon you in a different way if they know that you're a Catholic or wearing the collar?
Depends. Some if they are Catholic clients, they just call me Father.
Okay.
But otherwise, I just tell them, call me Dominic. Or call me Chandra. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not worried about how they call about my name, whether they call me father. That's not important. What is important is that human person who is with me.
Mm-hmm.
And that person is an image of God.
Mm.
And that person deserves dignity. And that person deserves a healing of mind, body, and soul. And that's the completeness, the wholeness
Mm-hmm.
of the person.
Okay. I know that a lot of the people who watch this do psychotherapy in a situation where they have to diagnose, where they have to have treatment plans, where they have to use insurance or government healthcare systems that often ignore or want to suppress many of these terms.
Yes, you are right.
How do you work within those types of systems while also providing the holistic care?
See, I have a passion for helping people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually a Catholic priest. I can just simply be in a parish and then I can start working with people.
Mm-hmm.
But in my 20 years of life as a Catholic priest, I have heard numerous confessions when people come and express their struggles.
Mm-hmm.
And it is then, as a young priest, I realized that the spirituality alone is not enough.
Mm.
And I needed a special skills and knowledge or expertise to help my people who come to me for help.
Right.
So for that reason, I got into mental health field. I had a master's in counseling and psychology from India, and I had a master of marriage and family therapy in United States, and then now I'm pursuing my doctorate because I'm so passionate about helping the people who come to me. So when you ask me whether how do you navigate about, because there are lots of insurance things that are not really approving it, because I am here to serve. Sometimes I don't care about the payment that I'm getting. So it is to be available to those people who need our help.
Okay. All right. For the people who are watching that aren't religious, don't really connect with the idea of spiritual language, what are one or two things that you would encourage them to use with their clients who may want to do that but don't know how?
Sometimes I would tell them, okay, if you don't want to use the word spirituality, do you believe in a higher power?
Mm-hmm.
Or I would ask, do you have a value? Do you have a faith system? It doesn't need to be God, but you just need to define for yourself, where are you at? From there I can give some insights and then help my clients to understand. Let them define themselves. It's not me. I am not here as a dictator to impose faith, spirituality on my client. I have to help my client to define for himself or herself. And then they are the people who will come up with their own faith background, their own values, their own principles, their own religion, or their own morality, their own higher power, whatever they believe in.
So you would say that clinicians can use language of values, of maybe existential meaning making. Would it be enough to just talk about ethics and morals, or do you need it connected to something?
Depending upon the client.
Okay.
The client needs to come up. It's not me. It's not the other therapists. The therapists are only the channels of instruments. As an instrument, you help the client to rediscover themselves and where they are at and what they believe in and where they want to move. And in that way, I try to help them.
Another thing that I know that I've seen in the religious or spiritual psychotherapy is the desire to use prayer, mantras, rituals, practices as part of the psychotherapy experience. How do you try to integrate those things?
If my client asks for it, they want to pray, then I will pray with them.
Okay.
Or they just want to do a kind of a mindfulness activity, I will do it. or they want to make a meaning out of a beautiful story, then I will do it. So it all depends according to my clients. So I will not ask them, hey, let's pray. Let them come out. Or what they want to achieve in my therapy session. Or at the end, they need to feel they're calm and composed, peaceful. And they are the people who need that safe environment, a holding environment where they feel they are very, very comfortable. And that safe space, that safe heaven, if I can create that, and I'm sure that my client will explore themselves and they will find their healing.
Speaking of healing, this is my last question that I had, which is around religious trauma. Many clients have had religious or spiritual pain and suffering inflicted upon them, but also some therapists, some clinicians have gone through these experiences. And how would you encourage those clinicians to hold space for their own pain so that you don't have countertransference issues with clients?
Yeah, that's a very, very important question. And definitely we need to acknowledge there is a religious trauma. And people had bad experiences in the churches, or with the priests, or with the religious leaders, or with their own family members, or with their own upbringing religion. There are different religions. Everyone in one way or the other had experiences of this religious trauma. And it is where I create a safe place to explore, to open the wound and see where they want to go from there. And me as a clinician, I am available to them. I want to show my empathy and I want to acknowledge, I'm so sorry that you went through this great trauma. You don't deserve this. You deserve a lot more meaning making rather than imposing things on you. And when people impose things, then they keep themselves away. And if we create a space that can really help them to be who they are in their therapy session, they can slowly overcome their religious trauma. And when it comes to the clinicians themselves had experiences, and then you are speaking about a countertransference, that is when the self-awareness of the clinician comes into picture. And the self-care of the clinician has to come into picture. And when they are aware about their trauma, and when they are aware about their own emotions, their own feelings, so they need to immediately seek either consultation with their peers, or they should go to their own therapy, and they need to deal with it and make sure that their religious trauma is not affecting the client. If there is any countertransference that kind, and if the clinicians are not able to handle that, and that can create again another religious trauma.
Yes.
Both for the client as well as for the therapist. So the therapist needs to be calm, composed, and be aware about what is happening within themselves. That's why the self of the therapist is one of the very important factors that each clinician should be aware of.
Right. Yes, I certainly, if you cannot hold a safe space, non-judgmental space for clients, then chances are there's something going on. So I like that you're reminding us to go see our own therapist from time to time.
There are three facilitating conditions of Carl Rogers: empathy, genuineness, unconditional positive regard. Very important. Client-centered. Yeah.
Both in and out of the church. So absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us. One last question. You're here in Scotland. Have you gotten to do anything fun?
Oh, I had been to Don Castle.
Okay.
I had been to Art Gallery.
Mm-hmm.
I had been to Union Square.
Mm-hmm.
And yep, I had some Scottish food.
Mm-hmm.
And yesterday we had a beautiful, a performance
Yeah.
of a Scottish tradition
Mhm.
of dance and pipes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying the weather. The Scotland should be very cold, but we are so blessed with the good weather during these conference days.
Mhm.
Yes, of course, there are a lot of fun factors. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, future Dr. Potnuru, Dr. Father Dominic, however it would come across. Thank you so much for joining us and sharing your thoughts and your work with our audience.
Thank you, Dennis. God bless you. Thank you.